What it do, YouTube? It's D Chill back at it, like a YouTube addict. Let me get my little shout outs out the way. I want to say a big shout out to Kev Mac Videos. That's the reason why I do these things. Um, Stephen A. Smith at First Take. One of the biggest reasons why I get up early now, because I was a late riser. And Inglewood Legends, 89 Up Homie, Cartoon One, 16 to Life, C. Bill, Joe T, Jay Williams, Big Homie Blocks, and 16 to Life, Big Homie, a Big Blue Rag, and there's a bunch more. Just can't get them all in right now. And and Real Ken's TV. So anyway, let's get into the story. I'm gonna be telling you guys a story about me, and it's actually gonna be um, two part. I'm gonna tell you the first part about me, a couple of the legendaries from this town, and how just on a whim, we just decided to go to Ocean Shores because that used to be a place where I didn't do parties at. So I had talked with someone and said, anyway, that's what this story gonna be about. The next one is gonna be about me and some more legendaries from this town. But it started with me and six chicks in Ocean Shores at this six-bedroom house I had on the water. So anyway, I'll get into all that because I hate when folks tell the story before telling the story when I'm listening to them. So I'm not going to bore y'all with that. So this is how this one happened. So I'm contemplating on even telling these cats' name, but if I need to edit it, I'll do that. But right now, I don't mind giving people their props because there's nothing bad that I'm saying. This was just a fun time. So I had went over to this super bad chick back in the day named Farissa. I mean, she was one of, I mean, goodness gracious. My partner over there slipping in his seat because he remember how this chick, we used to go swimming with this girl and we were kids and she was bad. Thick as all outdoors and I'm only 11 years old. So imagine little Peter trying to run. Man, look here, partner. She was bad, bad, and grew into getting badder. But hey, time catch up with us all. Time is undefeated. Because I was something else back in the days. But anyway, point I'm making is so I went by her house. Me and her have always been cool. We were chopping it up. And I just told her, hey, let's go to Ocean Shores. And she's like, well, let me call a couple cats. And so she ended up calling Spaide or she called one either Spaide or Ty, and so one of them got in touch with the other, and I had been knowing both of them since old school, and business and other things that we ain't gonna talk about, and so we finally made the connection. Um, I'm learning this from other YouTube cats. If you want your videos to be authentic, make a descriptive point about each person. So Ty was a little taller than me, I think, or same height or shorter, about 5'8", 5'9", more of a looking like a husky build on like a pit bull on wheels, like he was real husky, chunky. And then you had Spaide was about I think 5'10". Um, I think Spaide had bolts at the time. I think he was fresh out, still kind of on swole. So he was kind of like 220, 225, but we talking about rock solid. Um, and then we had these two chicks. I gave you three. The one that Farissa, you already know she was super bad. And then she had her homegirl from Texas. And this this was like an Amazon, kind of tall, with that short haircut like Monica McNutt on First Take, that little pretty short haircut style. My ex from Compton looked like that too. Thick as all outdoors. And then we had this female from PO, high yellow, and this was Spaide's chick. Oh, goodness gracious. She was bad. Thick. Well, I wasn't trying to look at my guy's girl, but hey, that's just what we do. Man, they're going to check out a female when they walk past, and she was something else. So there was us six. And so we're on our way. It was daytime. We had went and started to go get the liquor. I jumped in the back with the chick from PO, and Ty's driving. Farissa's up there, and so we're in that car, and then Spades in his Eddie Bauer truck with his chick. So we got the liquor. I'll never forget, it was that sky blue vodka. The bottle was all blue. I think it just came out. It was like 1994, somewhere around there. I'm 95 anyway. So now we are cruising up to Ocean Shores and we're going normal speeds, but I don't think these guys realize how far Ocean Shores was. Ocean Shores is like going to PO, literally, if not longer. It's a long drive unless you punch it. And so it got to a point where these cats just start punching it. They're like, look, man, because it's at nighttime. It's about to be 11 o'clock before we get there, and we ain't even got a room yet. We ain't even got a room reserved. We just plan on going there and getting us a room when we got there, being hood, ghetto famous as we are. And so they punching it. I kid you not. I'm looking at the odometer. 110 or 120. When the police finally pulled us over, because they came swooping behind us, woo, woo, and they blew both of us over. When they did, they got out and was like, you guys know you're going like 120? Because I had seen how fast we were going. No matter if you're drinking or not, you're going to pay attention when you're conscious of your life. And I'm in the back seat, and I'm like, know how fast he's driving. Ocean Shore is not that important. This little pootie ain't gonna be there when we get there because it's with us. But I was like, we don't need to go that fast. But nevertheless, I guess Cass was tired of driving. So we get blew over. Of course, some guys got their license insurance. They give them the little tickets, and both of them like, yeah, man, we just gonna pay this. We ain't coming back down here for no goddamn ticket. We just gonna pay this so we don't mess up our license. So we shoot on up there to Ocean Shores. We get to Ocean Shores. We get the room. Shout out to my guy who got my room. I'm going to say which one, but my guy got my room for me and the chick. And to this day, I keep wondering, like, how in the hell did I not have money for my own room? Like, how did I mean, some of the cats that know me will be like, D, that's one of your moves, because you'll have me riding a cab with you on your mission and have me pay for half of the cab ride. This was your mission. Why am I, to this day, my guy Bullet be getting on my top like, D, why in the hell was I paying for half of your ride when you picked me up in your cab? And I used to be like, bro, I don't think I ever did that. But the other thing about it, like, he got to be right. But I would do something like that. Like, look, man, you in the car, you riding with me, you got to share the expense. But I was wrong. But how did I get to Ocean Shore? Granted, I had money because anyway, I'll tell you all that the next day. But it's like, how you don't get your own room where because he was a baller and let my guy that's the baller get the room. Look, I'm in the back seat. I didn't put this all together. Pay me for what I didn't put together, man. Who put this together? Me. That's who. Who do I trust? Me. Yeah, I put it together. Pay me for putting this thing together. Because y'all get spotlight because of Deep Chill right now. Because I put this thing together 20 and 30 years ago. But anyway, I'm still a young buck because it was my OGs at the time, to real respect. But sometimes I'm like, what in the heck was I doing? But anyway, so had to change because, like I said, one of the cats I did business with all the time. And maybe that was the reason why he wasn't tripping on getting the room. So he got the room. I got my room next to him. Yeah, went down there with the chick from Texas that night. Yeah, I just had met her. Hey, that's how I used to put it down back in them days. So the next day, I'm not going to say what female did this, but man, she's in the goddamn aisles, ducking us, hiding from us, because she got to go get female products. Chick, we grown. We know if you on your thing, you on your thing. Partner told us he couldn't get none last night because you're on the thing, so he was pissed because of that. Not going to say who said what, but it is what it is. So, but she's doing all this ducking like we little kids, like she got to hide, but nevertheless, that went on. So here's the trippy part, man. Spaide, not, this is the good part, but it's kind of interesting. Spaide girl made us a fantastic spread. It was some kind of dip. And man, I don't know if I was allergic to the onions or what have you in the dip or what it was, but the next day it just didn't. I got the scratching real bad, but it was tasting so bomb that day because we were inside of Spaide and them guys' room for the eating everything later on that night. So we kicking it, having fun in there. So then now we're moving to the next day. Now we're about to go get on go-karts. We're about to ride around, have fun. We done did our go-karts. I think we went to get on mopeds, and we just had us a blast, man. Them guys were really enjoying themselves. And then, of course, ballers being ballers, when we got in the store, they're looking at the little plaques where they got things for sale. They're trying to look at what houses they can buy out there. And I can respect that. That's what you do when you got that kind of money. So then, moving along, now we're going to the ocean. not paying attention to the time. And I remember I said that. We're on the ocean and we're kicking it, and then out of nowhere, water's coming in. But people are moving, but we're out there. I can never forget, it was Tupac's How Do You Want It playing. And Spades and Eddie Bauer beating it, and the chicks is out there dancing. We out there gigging with them, and he's just beating. And now water's starting to come slowly up to us. It hasn't reached us, but it's coming slowly up to you. Mind you, we're on a ocean. It's not named Ocean Shores for nothing. We're literally on the ocean. So water's coming slowly up to us, and people are migrating, just getting out of there, and we're not paying attention. We're black folks. We're smoking, and we're doing our thing. And then out of nowhere, it seemed like a tidal wave came in. It wasn't a huge one. I'm just saying it seemed like, but it was enough to where the water was up to over my ankles, my feet soaked and everything. I jumped on the back of Ty's truck and Spade's Eddie Bauer, and I'm holding on for dear life. And one of them cats peeled out, which I can't be mad at them because I'm gonna explain why. So they peeled out. I lose grip. Boom! I fall into the little bit of water. I'm soaked. Some of the chicks, their little sandals are soaked. They pulled out. Both of them got out of there, luckily. And so then I go walking up, kind of wet, drenched, and I'm kind of hot, but I can't say nothing to the G, homie. He did what he had to do to save his goddamn truck. So when some other white folks came walking up, like, damn, dude, you guys are freaking lucky. You know what could have happened to you? We're like, what? He's like, man, if you would have stayed there long enough, your freaking truck would have got soaked out to the ocean. We're like, what? Man, we didn't know, because them cats just peeled out because the water coming in and want the car probably to be damaged because we're from the hood. We're not thinking that. I didn't do parties in Ocean Shores, but I didn't know all that. They literally told us a story that this woman, that she should have been paying attention because the water started coming in. She got away safely, but that Volkswagen Bug, old school, the little Herbert, right, the name of that one with his kids, that Herbert Bug, her joint got sucked out to the ocean, never seen again. That's what that ocean water would do. It would take your joint. So pretty much, man, that was the end of the trip. I mean, that was the end of the day, but we went in, bought our little new sandals, shoes, and all that stuff. But, man, we had a grand time, man. It was such a blast. But, yeah, that's just a experience here in the greater Washington, Northwest, and the best. This is what we do. All right, this is D Chill at D Chill the Discussion. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be at you again. Peace.